Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello and welcome. Today we have a crockpot video. First up on the meal plan is a pierogi and kielbasa casserole. And first we're going to go ahead and spray our crockpot well. Then we're going to go ahead and add our pierogis in. You want two 16-ounce bags, but I had a very large bag, so I just put that same amount in. And then you're gonna dump in 4 cups of chicken broth, which I used the bouillon. Then you're gonna want some pepper, about a half a teaspoon. Next here, we're gonna go ahead and cut up our kielbasa into small bite-sized pieces. And add all that kielbasa into our crock pot. Next up here we have an 8-ounce block of Velveeta cheese and an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. You want to go ahead and cube these up into small cubes so that it's easier for it to melt. After you get all your cheeses in there, that's it. Put your lid on there, cook it on high for 4 hours, low for 6 hours, and this is what you got. So delicious. This is definitely a must try. Alright y'all, so we're going to be making some vegetable beef soup in the crock pot. The first thing we're going to do is spray the pot really well. Here I have about 1.5 pounds of ground beef that I cooked up with some garlic powder and onion powder. I'm going to dump that in. Drain your grease off of it. And then here we have about 6 potatoes that I diced up fairly small, like 1-inch cubes. We're gonna go ahead and stick those in there. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add 1 can of petite diced tomatoes. 1 can of tomato sauce. I have a 12-ounce bag of mixed vegetables. I'm just gonna add in a handful of celery there. And then 1 bay leaf, just cracking it. 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, teaspoon of minced onion, teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of pepper, teaspoon of salt, 4 cups of beef broth. Here I used 4 beef bouillon cubes and 4 cups of water. This is a good mix. And we're going to turn this on low for about 6 hours. Or you can do high for 4. We're going to do low. And I'll bring you back when it's done. Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead and take the bay leaf out, and this has been cooking for about 4.5 hours on low, and I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 can of corn and 1 can of peas now that it's almost done, because these are canned so they don't take, you don't want them to get all mushy. I'm adding extra corn and peas because my kids, that's one of their favorite vegetables, and we have lots of potatoes because they like those also. But you can add extra of whatever you want or not add any extra. So now we're going to put the lid back on this and let it finish cooking. Y'all, this soup was so good, and there was so much of it that we was able to stick it back in the crock pot the next day and have 2 meals out of this. It was delicious. Next up on the meal plan is some crock pot chicken and gravy. First thing we're going to do here is go ahead and spray our crock pot. Next, we're going to go ahead and start to make our mixture. First, we're going to dump in a can of cream of chicken. Here we're going to go ahead and add in 2 of the packets of the chicken gravy mix. This is the true definition of a dump and go. You literally put everything in your crock pot, you turn it on, and you don't have to touch it until it's done. Really nice for working moms or moms that can't be home during the day. There we just added in 2 cups of water, and we're gonna put in 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. You're gonna go ahead and whisk this up, which is optional. You don't have to do that. You can stick it all in there and it's all gonna cook down. But I like to whisk mine up and make like a mixture out of it. And then after you get that all nice and mixed up, just go ahead and put your chicken breast in there. I put in 2 large chicken breasts. I would do 2 large or 3 small. And then you're literally gonna set this on low for 6 to 8 hours or high for 4 hours. And that's it. It's done. Here's what it looked like after cooking on high for 4 hours. I'm just gonna go ahead and shred this up, and it was literally falling apart, so I just used my fork. Here's a close-up of the finished chicken and gravy. I went ahead and I served this over biscuits, mashed potatoes, and some peas. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Have a great night, y'all. I'll see you next time.